welcome back, everybody, to your favorite weekly wrestling podcast. This is a very special episode. I'm Brant.
I'm Chris.
I'm Mike.
Who are you? What are you doing on this cast?
I don't know. What am I doing on this cast?
That's a good
Is
question.
he the new intern? Because mine's gone. You just see we walked
He's
out.
the new intern. Edit this video.
I am? Hi. I don't know you.
Interns are unpaid, just so you know. We got to be clear about that.
You're not getting any money.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so
You're giving us money.
Wait, say what now?
I like that idea.
I like that.
Of course, because I'm giving the money and you're not.
All right, so this is a special episode. This is a Survivor Series episode. Survivor Series aired tonight, so we decided we were going to get together and talk about just what happened at Survivor Series.
Whoa.
The 25th anniversary of the
I will say
Undertaker.
this. I will say this. Yes. I will say this. I did wait. We did wait. We're recording this a couple hours later. We let it all sink in. You know, just took it all the wonderful, nice and bad and garbage, and just let it all sink in. And yeah, we have a good opinion. I actually did see a lot of people posting on Facebook, both positively and negatively towards the pay-per-view, especially because of the last match, which we will get into.
We will get into it.
But anyway, Brent, what matches do we want to talk about first tonight?
Well, before we talk about any matches, we have sponsors.
Sponsors!
Pepsi, of course. I have chocolate silk hot chocolate mixed with donut shop coffee, brought to you by the fine lizards of Aruba.
I like that month.
Thank you. And it actually did come from Aruba. It was a gift. So,
Oh.
and also, Life Choice Polite Bites, sea salt caramel flavor. These things are delicious.
I tell you, one day we got to contact these people.
I know, it's not getting paid for.
Say what
I don't
you
even
want.
need money. Just send us the food.
Exactly. All right, so let's talk about the kickoff match. First things
We
first.
didn't see.
Yeah.
We didn't see the kickoff.
I saw it. I saw part of it anyway.
Oh, one thing I want to say, Brent, I just remembered. A lot of people were complaining. Remember I was telling you there was an issue with the network
Mm-hmm.
on our end? There were a lot of people complaining that they were having trouble with the network, too. It was screwing up for them.
Okay, so yeah, all right. It was probably a lot of people trying to watch at once.
Most likely, but
Yeah.
the network was giving us a lot of trouble, and our pay-per-view is, I believe, 5 minutes behind
Mm.
because we came on off live, and then we fast-forwarded to live. It froze, and then when it unfroze, it was about 4 or 5 minutes after, so we were just 5 minutes behind everybody else.
Okay.
We just let it go because it worked perfectly, so...
Yeah. And I was 5 minutes behind you guys for like the first third of the pay-per-view. Then I had to walk away and come back to it. But we all saw it, so that's the important thing. So,
Right.
Kickoff show. I did watch most of this match. It was Goldust, the Dudleys, Neville, and Titus O'Neil versus the Cosmic Wasteland, which is Stardust and the Ascension, and The Miz and Bo Dallas.
So I'm guessing Stardust and Goldust are on opposing sides now.
Yeah,
They've always been that way.
Oh, they have been?
hmm
Okay.
yeah. Ever since, for a while now.
I didn't know that. I came in after, I guess,
Yeah, they were teaming up for a while, and then Stardust turned on Goldust and went solo. And then Goldust kind of disappeared, and he just recently came back. So, let's see. The Goldust team wins. Stardust was the last person left, and he tried to escape. And and Goldust and Titus O'Neil chased him back into the ring where he got a 3D to lose the match. So.
Yeah.
That sounds like it was a good match.
Neville was the only person eliminated from their team. Go figure. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So we had another elimination match that was actually on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, and that's why I think that's the one they must have advertised for, and then they did another one with everybody who wasn't involved in the direct pay-per-view.
Not to mention, they didn't even mention about the kickoff. Like, notice how they always say the match at the kickoff.
No, well, Brent
was-
you said there's always a kickoff match.
Yeah, but he's right. They usually do mention it on the actual pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't mention about it at all, so I was confused.
Maybe it was an extra.
Maybe they didn't care either.
Maybe they wanted to get people in there early because of that bomb threat that everybody.
Yeah.
There was a bomb threat, and it was this close. The pay-per-view was to being postponed because of it, but they said they're still doing it. They did that last night. They said we're still going,
The show must go on.
and
Yeah.
we all knew it wasn't going to happen. I mean, you don't publicly say I'm going to bomb it tomorrow.
I don't know. Anyway, thankfully there was no actual bombs.
Yes.
Yes, thank God for that.
Yeah. So who was in this match? This elimination match?
The 5-man elimination match was okay. I needed those. The Lucha Dragons, Ryback, the Usos
Mm-hmm.
versus New Day.
But
I have to say,
rocks.
New Day. I love New Day in this, and I'm going to explain why. I thought this match was great.
And they were teamed up with Sheamus and King Barrett.
And King Barrett.
Oh, Sheamus, get jiggy with it.
He was. That was the when they would do when they
That was hilarious.
shtick. When they were doing their shtick, New Day, it worked because they were working. They were right. I mean, this is what they do. Even King Barrett had a good part. Wade Barrett. I'm sorry, he's not a king. Wade Barrett did a good thing. I think Sheamus needs to learn to sew his mouth shut. I was like, did he just say that? And if you look, the camera was on them, and Woods and Coffee broke character, and we're actually like, dude, what was that?
I was
that?
laughing my
And
ass off.
also Woods and Ryback broke character in ring. I don't know if you noticed that either, Brandon.
No, I didn't notice that.
They did break character for a little bit, for a moment.
And also Wood showed his new hairstyle.
That was hilarious.
Like, is that like a wavy
So-
hair or
so
something?
the
I don't know what that was.
But the problem on their end was Sheamus. Sheamus was not a very nice team player.
I thought it was hilarious, though.
Oh, I
So
love
go ahead.
No, go ahead. I loved it.
No, go ahead. He wasn't a team player.
I thought it was great because then New Day, when Big E got eliminated, we're like, we got to take him out. We got to get out of here. He needs to go in the back, and Sheamus is all alone.
Yeah.
With 3 people.
It was so perfect. That was the first time in history I like New Day. I love them. I'm like, you guys have proven yourselves.
You know, when that happened, we should have seen what was coming later. But anyway, go ahead, Mike.
Really? I actually thought because of the stuff he went through, we wouldn't see him after.
I don't know. I guess it could have gone either way.
It
Yeah.
could have went either way.
Well, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was saying I'm surprised that you like New Day in this one. You didn't do the whole New Day Rocks thing.
I didn't. I just liked him at the end of the match when they ran out and they
At
left
the end of
Sheamus
the
by
match.
himself.
So with the unicorn and everything, you didn't want to do that either?
That's not the way you treat a unicorn.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sorry.
Respect it, man.
Our mother walked in and said, I
Yeah.
hate that guy I hate that guy that does that dance. He's so weird.
Booty.
Our mother doesn't like New Day.
I like New Day. They're hilarious.
Did them too outside the ring. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. They're fun. I'm sorry. I get a kick out of them.
I mean, I get a kick out of them too when they're not facing the Dudleys, which I guess the Dudleys were kind of pushed away from. They're not even acknowledging the tag belts anymore. It's like, okay, Dudleys didn't win.
It's just like that. Like,
They barely acknowledge the tag division, let alone the champions.
Well, that's what I meant. The belts, division, anything.
they
It's
gotta change those belts, those tag team belts.
oh yeah, I don't like the way they look either. They look cheap.
So what about you, Brent? What did you think of the match? I know you love New Day. You love them to death.
It was an okay match. I mean, it wasn't the best match. It was there for entertainment purpose alone. That's all it was. But you know, Ryback hits the. Didn't he? He's the one that got the pin, right?
Yes.
He hit the shell shock. I couldn't think of the name of it.
I didn't even know it was. I thought he shell shocked him off the top rope.
Yeah. So it was a fine match. Not the best elimination match I've ever seen. It was okay.
Nobody got eliminated except one Uso, one Lucha Dragon, and that
Jimmy
was it.
Uso.
One from each of the tag teams, and that was it.
Yeah.
So it was an okay match. It was filler for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so which one are we gonna do next?
Tyler Breeze versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, this match, I did not even think that there was going to be a match of this one. First of all, let me just tell you, I am not a big fan of Tyler Breeze. I don't like his character, and I'm sorry. He reminds me of, remember Charlie from Street Fighter? Or Charles?
Yes.
He reminds me of him so much, his character and everything. It is, and Summer Rae, she has been with
She's so ugly.
Fandango, then Rusev, and then a little bit of oh god, it was a little bit with Dolph Ziggler.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
and
had
now
a
it's Tyler
thing.
Breeze. How many people are these women going with? It's like,
Well, it's just Summer Rae, and they realize the error of their ways, and that's why there are so many men.
but oh my gosh, it's like she goes from one and saying, "Oh, look at this real man, Tyler Breeze with the face." No, 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 no. I don't want to look at that, and I didn't want to look at this match because
It was
Tyler
ugly.
Breeze beat Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
The show off.
You know what they're doing, Brent, right? Rusev is gone, so they needed a replacement with Summer Rae.
No,
Oh,
but
of course.
seriously, the guy who won the elimination match last year in the Survivor Series could not win a match against this one. How do you do that?
Some people were complaining his attire was very spotty, and the it was very weird.
With Dolph
Who,
Ziggler?
Dolph's?
The Adolph's costume
I
was
like
very.
his costume.
I didn't mind it, but people were pointing out that polka dot pants and the under eye shadow thing for the football players wear.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that.
That was
He's being a
interesting.
show off.
That's the second time I've seen him with.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've seen him one other time. It was weird. I don't get it. But yeah, I don't like Tyler Breeze either. But I thought it was a decent match. They're both good wrestlers. Even if you don't like them, But what I didn't like is, okay, they keep saying Dolph Ziggler. He's paying homage to Shawn Michaels with the
Super kick.
warming the band up, and doing this sweet chin music kind of thing. At the end of the match, they were playing up Tyler Breeze and comparing him to Shawn Michaels. Did you notice that?
I noticed that. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Well, they're both kind of iterations of HBK. Tyler Breeze kind of has that pretty boy, sexy boy kind of personality, whereas Dolph Ziggler has his wrestling abilities.
Yeah, that's true.
But I still hate Tyler Breeze, so I'm okay with Dolph Ziggler being complete and utter Shawn Michaels.
I just wish he'd be himself.
That would work too.
That would be nice.
He's already confused because he doesn't know if he's a cheerleader or Dolph Ziggler. Still can't believe that. When you pointed that out, I'm like, no. It ruined it. It's like, no, he was one of them.
Yep.
And I hated the Spirit Squad.
Oh God, we don't talk about them at all.
No. We have the DX DVD set where the Spirit Squad was like the main antagonist for DX, and it's like, oh God. Now every time I see them, I look at Dolph.
It's funny now that he's emulating Shawn Michaels.
Isn't it? He was going against him.
All right, so what's next, Chris?
What do we want to do next?
I guess the Divas match.
You
There
want
you
to
go.
do Divas next?
All right.
Oh,
Charlotte, the
God.
Divas champ.
No,
versus-
Brand has to go first with this because
Oh, I do?
Brand's got it on the money. Go first on this because you said it last time at the last pay-per-view, and I have a feeling you're going to say exactly the same thing for this one. What did you think of the match? About the fighting and stuff like that. You said something last time, and as I'm watching it this time, it's like, oh my God. Brand.
What, the thing about Charlotte getting beat the whole match and then pulling out a victory at the end? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's her MO, dude. That's all she does.
Uh-huh.
She gets beat. And she's
Both.
female John Cena.
Yeah. I hate it. I hated this match.
I-
Paige deserved it.
I loved Paige kicking her butt most of the match.
Oh, yes, I did. But then out of nowhere, Super Charlotte happened.
Yeah. Did you notice that the crowd was booing Charlotte and cheering Paige?
Yep.
Yes.
All through
It was
the
the
match.
only match where everybody definitively had, when they were doing the back and forth, they were yaying for Paige and booing for Charlotte. Did you notice in the promo they also cut out the young brother thing?
Oh, did they?
They did cut out the younger brother thing.
The promo.
The promo, they cut it out completely. They didn't even mention the younger brother skit from Monday
Good.
night.
That was too far. I'm sorry. We talked about that last episode. We don't have to go into that.
No, I'm just glad they cut it out. I just wanted to make note that they did
Yeah.
cut that part out. So apparently a lot of people were against it.
Yeah, I will ask you, Mike. Do you agree that was too far to go there?
Absolutely. I thought that was really, like, that should have not been said at all because that's, like, really mean. And when Chris told me about that Charlotte actually
Signed off on
this and just allowed that just to be, I mean, that just went too far. And the match, from what they said, was personal. It just should have not been said at all because that's something that shouldn't be said to anyone.
I think it would have been nicer if Paige won for the simple fact of you want to play Charlotte that she's not perfect, that she's not always going to win.
Yeah.
She beat Nikki twice, hooray. It would have been great. Paige gets the belt, and then the next pay-per-view rematch, give Charlotte back the belt. Fine. Give Paige that moment in between, unless they're going to try to break the record with Charlotte, which wouldn't make any sense because Nikki Bella is still wrestling, so it's not like she did anything against the WWE, and she's still sleeping with Cena, who's sleeping with Vince, so...
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have to go that
We did not have to go there.
I mean, Chris, seriously.
Dude.
I mean, dude.
Dude.
Just dude.
Just dude.
Dude.
Brent.
Sweet.
Where's my phone? Okay. Fine. Everybody just completely shade your eyes from the truth that is John Cena kisses mega butt.
I didn't say.
Nah,
Yeah.
I was just saying.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
It's an iteration of what he really does. John Cena doesn't sleep with Vince McMahon. He's very straight.
Okay. Well,
Can you tell I really don't like... I'm not a fan of John
one?
Cena. Can you tell? I don't know if you can tell.
Wow. So Brothers of Destruction fought the Wyatt family.
Wait, the intro brand for The Undertaker. Tell me that wasn't awesome when he came
Undertaker's entrances are always awesome, man.
Mhm.
They're always different. They're always, I don't know,
over the top.
yeah, over the top. Big production values, all that stuff. It's always exciting, even to this day.
What about the part where inside the wooden casket they showed like the Undertaker evolving from his first appearance?
Yeah.
They even showed American Badass, which I thought they would skip that because it's the Undertaker, not the American Badass. But they showed it all. all
25
of it.
years, man. They got it. Yeah, no, I appreciated that. It was done right. Everything about this match, honestly, was done right.
Oh yes, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great.
So
go ahead and with your the whole thing match, not just the
Yeah, no, it was a relatively short match. I mean, when you think about it, typically, Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt it was, right?
The other idiot ran in and got knocked out.
Yeah, they got the upper hand on him for a little bit, but they came back. Strowman got involved, and he kind of paid for it.
I would say that.
And the best moment of the match, though, for me was when Bray Wyatt did his whole
tarantula.
Yeah, and they sat up and looked straight at. Oh man, that was just a thing of beauty right there. Crowd went wild. Tombstone, choke slams everywhere, and then they walk out like they should, victorious.
Yeah,
loved it.
It was perfect, and that was another match where the crowd was fully behind one team, and it was Undertaker, and everybody loved it. I thought, you could see when he stood in the ring by himself because Kane walked out of the ring and was waiting for him.
Yeah.
The crowd admiration, it was surreal.
Absolutely.
I was praying one thing didn't happen, and I'm glad it didn't. I thought he was going to ask for the mic, and when they ask for a mic, you know what that usually means. This was my last match, or this is the part where I'm going to walk.
It's going to be Mania.
It has to be Mania now, definitely. If at all, maybe he'll stick around for certain other Manias, but you get nervous when you see wrestlers around for so long. Eventually, they take the mic and say, I've had my time. I've done my, I've told my tale. Now I'm passing it on to somebody else.
Just a quick question: did the referee wear gloves? Because I noticed in the Undertaker match,
I don't know, why do referees wear gloves for certain matches?
I don't know. It's weird. It's like a carryover from mixed martial arts. The referees wear them there because of the blood.
Yeah, but some referees aren't wearing them.
I know.
There's blood involved.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure why in WWE.
Taker.
It was only with Taker? I don't know, but I noticed that a lot, that they some have it, some don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think this one they did.
I don't know. But the match was awesome. I mean, obviously, Undertaker was a huge highlight of the whole match, and it was it was a great match. It was a pleasure to watch him hit all of his classic moves.
Mm-hmm. Old school.
The only thing, and our mother actually did say something again, she popped her head in, she's like, he's still walking out to the ring? It's been 8 minutes. How long does it take this man to walk into the ring? Because she heard the music just continue and continue. She's like, did you break it? And I'm like, no. He's still walking.
He's old now. No, it's always taking him.
One day he'll come to the ring, one step at a time.
Come on, what's wrong with you? respect your elders.
I'm funny. I'm taking it one step at a time.
And then Kane will come behind with the rocking chair. You'll say afterwards, no. It'll be
man.
like.
I have a question though. When the Undertaker does retire, do you see at some point in the future? Because the Undertaker is the dead man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see somebody else taking up as the next generation Undertaker? Because I thought about that in this match, and it's like the Undertaker is a very broad name, and the legacy behind it is very open. When Undertaker really does retire, would he pass the mantle of Undertaker to somebody else?
I don't think you'll see another Undertaker. I think you might see something similar, but nothing's ever going to be
The Undertaker again.
Yeah, it can't. You can't live up to that kind of hype.
Okay, so this is not something that you could legacy into.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think the closest thing would be a Kane or a Bray Wyatt.
Right. Okay, so you would never want to see like Undertaker Roman numeral 2 kind of thing.
Nah, because it'd just be a poor imitation.
True. Okay. No, it was something that was in my head during this match. It's like, I don't want to see him retire. I don't think anybody wants to see him retire. Because everybody was cheering, you still got it. It made me think, if he did, would they want somebody to step in as the newer generation Undertaker or something like that?
I don't think so. I think he's such a huge icon that that would be disrespectful in their eyes even.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. So what were you saying now that I interrupted you?
No, I was saying with the respect of 25 years at the SummerSlam, I would say respect
Survivor Series.
I said SummerSlam. Nah, I'm sorry. I mean Survivor Series.
It's okay. Brant called it Hell in the Cell before, so not
bad.
live on here before this.
Well, with that said, I think that it was only best if he would win. I mean, they did give it their all. I mean, this was a 4-on-2 match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that says a lot. And even
3-on-2. The fourth one got knocked out in one punch.
Well, right, but even when they got that big guy through that Spanish announce table, like he was just out cold, and then they just choke slammed him, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
They took him out, so that was really something. I really liked that match.
Yep, I did too.
That was a highlight match for me.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite matches of the night.
All right, so going back to the actual first match of the night of the actual pay-per-view, Roman Reigns versus Alberto Del Rio, your first semifinal match. And we knew who was going to win this one. There was no question.
Oh, yeah, we didn't do our predictions, Brand, for the other matches.
We didn't, did we?
No. Well, we didn't know the 5-person, so we
Right.
can't do that. We didn't know Dolph, so we can't do that. I predicted Paige, which I lost. I think you said Charlotte. I said I voted Paige against my better judgment.
Yeah, I said whoever.
And then with the Brothers of Destruction, we were right again. We said the
so.
Brothers of Destruction.
Right.
Okay.
So that's it.
Now. Yeah.
All right, and I think we both predicted Roman Reigns here,
Yes.
which he won, and it was a decent match though. I like this match.
Yeah, it was decent, and it definitely deserved to be first because it was a nice opener, but not something to write home to Ma about as far as the wrestling part. Not something over the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree. It wasn't a showstopper kind of match.
I mean, it was
Right.
obvious that
But-
Reigns was going to make it.
But the
Yeah.
following match between Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens was.
Yeah.
That match was over the top, crazy, between Dean Ambrose just relentless and Kevin Owens being Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens definitely deserves a title shot one day,
Yeah.
I think.
Now you predicted Owens, right? I think I predicted Ambrose.
You did. I
predicted
predicted
Owens,
Owens because I figured it would be him turning on everybody, but
And honestly, even though I predicted it, I was shocked when Ambrose actually won.
I know, right? That
I
was
messaged
crazy.
you. I was like, "Oh my god, he won!"
And I said to you, that was because you were behind me. I said that was my holy crap. Until
Yeah.
a few messages before that.
Did you think Owens was going to win, or did you think Ambrose? Mike.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was just saying, like, I had this funniest feeling that it was going to be Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. And I'm saying, no, I don't think that they would do that because, like, of all this and that. When I saw Dean Ambrose win, I was like, oh my god, we're going to see a like match like Batman versus Robin. This is going to be something just top of this wall. I mean, the Batman movies, we saw Batman versus Robin. I mean, it happened in the movies, you know.
No, it didn't.
Batman and Robin fighting?
You're referencing a George Clooney movie?
No, animated movies. They did fight.
You're not referencing that though, Brent.
I think he was. Maybe.
Well,
now
I'm trying to. He is now.
You covered him up. Yeah, of course. Now he is. Yeah, I meant that. Yeah, sure he did.
beside the point, I didn't actually think that it was going to be those two, but then seeing now, I'm like saying, I had a feeling that either one of them was going to turn on each other or something.
That was our prediction too, Brent. We said if they made it, it was going to be a turn.
Because just seeing that just happen was going to be like really top of this wall. This match was going to be everywhere. Like, wow.
So yeah, that was a shocker and another one of my top matches of the night.
Yeah, it was a really good match. I mean, they were missing each other's moves left and right and all that. Pop-up powerbomb, missed the first time, hit the second time, kicks out. It was a really good match.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't
There
tell.
were some bloopers, actually, during the wrestling, some little mistakes here and there. And I love JBL because he points them out. He's like, was that a Superman punch? And they actually had to change the angle to make it look like the Superman punch.
Well, I think it was a Superman punch.
It was, but there were other little things he mentioned that they didn't do, like a replay on.
There was also that one thing when the Dean Ambrose did that flip with that powerbomb. I mean, it's like he did this, like saying, like, were you flipping the air or something? Because Roman Reigns just fell off. I'm like,
Roman Reigns didn't let go fast enough, so he's like, oh.
So, it did happen,
That's what it was. He's like, oh, boom. So they're like, he hit hard. Well, yeah, because he just jumped off. Anyway, yeah, there was some mistakes made, but it's all right. Yeah, but that was our main event, Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns, which started off. I mean, they just started off hitting each other right in the face. I love that. It was just like, no shaking hands, no nothing. We're just going to start punching each other. And it was intense like that all through.
Mm-hmm. You would swear they weren't friends. The way they were fighting, it was like they were rivals. For that match, friendship was off the table. Roman said that backstage, and Dean Ambrose agreed.
Yep.
He said, this is for the belt. We go all out.
Yeah.
And that's why, when I noticed their engines were on low, both of them, I'm like, oh, God, please don't let Sheamus come out. Oh, God, please, don't let me be right. Don't let Sheamus come out. And then Roman Reigns won.
He did. Like confetti everywhere.
15 minutes before the show goes off the air, though. And I'm
Yeah.
like, please, God, don't let Sheamus come out. Please don't let... Confetti, fireworks, explosions, everything. No, we'll get to that. And I'm still like, please don't let him show up out of nowhere and just, knock him out with the bro kick and be done with it. And then Triple H came out, and I'm like, okay, this is fine. Maybe Triple H will just threaten him a little bit, and he'll walk out into the crowd.
Or mention his opponent.
You know what I thought was going to happen at that moment? Because Triple H has done this before. He did it to Daniel Bryan, I believe. I thought he was going to pedigree Roman Reigns and then call for Sheamus to come out.
I thought so, too, and I think that's why Roman Reigns didn't shake his hand.
Yeah.
And when he speared him, unfortunately...
Yeah, I did love him spearing him, though.
Oh, I loved it, too. It was perfect. And there are pictures of it all over the internet.
Yeah.
But then,
he turns around.
And there's Sheamus.
Well, actually...
And I had hope, because he kicked out of the first bro kick. I was like, okay, maybe Sheamus, this is going to be a match. There was still like 5-10 minutes left. Maybe we'll have a little match, and somehow he'll retain.
You know what I was thinking? I was like, where the heck did Ambrose go? He could just run in here
and
interfere.
He shook his hand, hugged him, and just walked away.
I was like, why didn't he come back and help his friend, man? He just disappeared. He was like, oh, I'm out of here. I'm done.
Like, wow, thanks for... I'm sure we'll hear a little bit of thanks for the help from Roman. I'm sure he'll be frustrated on Monday Night Raw. But, same thing. He did the bro kick again. He got the 1-2-3. And the only thing I could think of was, and this is split down the middle. People saying one thing, people saying the other. I am the majority that's saying the other. This is just copycat garbage from WrestleMania when it was Reigns versus Lesnar, except in that match, they didn't wait for the match to be over. At the moment where there was an opening, Rollins came in, cashed in, covered Brock Lesnar before Reigns even had a chance, and won. This match was over, celebration and everything, and then Sheamus came out and ended up taking the belt away from Reigns. And this was just, it was WrestleMania all over again. And let's be honest here, boys. There's three of us here, and I think that between what you've said about Sheamus and what you've said about Sheamus off air, and what I know about Sheamus, this is a bullshit champion. Number one, this is a Seth Rollins stand-in. He'll be the champion at least till Mania now because of that.
I don't think so.
I hope not. I truly hope not. This is a throw out there prediction, honestly, and he's with the Authority now. He's their new poster boy. Triple H already shared it on Instagram. The face of the new generation of WWE. And what pisses me off the most is Triple H is the one that brought Sheamus into the WWE about 5-6 years ago and trained Sheamus 5-6 years ago. Sheamus even had the same beard as Triple H for a while there, if you remember.
Sheamus won his first world title by beating Triple H.
I know, and Triple H let it happen because just like Randy Orton, just like Dave Bautista and a few other friends of Triple H, they get put to the top. And now we're stuck with Sheamus until John Cena comes back, and I don't even care. I don't even want John Cena to come back. No, I'd rather have Sheamus, the bearded, weirdo, pirate, what the hell is he?
Celtic warrior.
He's a barbarian, basically.
Yeah, okay. I'd rather have that than Weird Life. Basic.
I don't think he's going to keep it to Mania. Maybe the Rumble.
No. That's what some people are saying. He'll lose it at the Rumble.
Yeah. I can see him keeping it through the next pay-per-view, lose it at the Rumble to Roman Reigns or whoever, and then whoever wins then carries it to Mania.
I just hope they don't do a storyline where it's WrestleMania to WrestleMania. Reigns doesn't get the belt until WrestleMania, whatever, 31.
I hope it's not Reigns versus Cena in the main event of WrestleMania.
No, why? Why would you say that out loud?
Because
Why?
I don't want it. I'm just saying WWE does stuff like that.
Well, I'm just saying, like...
Well, I want to know everybody's thoughts on the match. I thought it was...
Brand, I'll go last.
I thought it was
Okay.
copycat garbage, though.
I don't think it was copycat. I mean, that's what the Money in the Bank is. It happens almost every time the Money in the Bank. They come in after a world title defense or a world title change, and it happened to Edge, it happened to Cena, it happened to a bunch of people. That's part of it. Did I want, because Roman struggled so hard to get there and had, like you were saying, Mike, had all these, opportunities ruined by different people interfering or whatever. I think it sucks that it happened that way. I would have rather seen him at least have it for the night.
Agreed.
Lose it on Raw or something, whatever. But yeah, I don't think it was copycat. I think it was a little bit predictable because you actually did predict that might happen.
I told you, if it's Reigns and Ambrose, either one of them will turn heel or Sheamus is going to come out at some point and steal the belt. And a lot of people were saying very predictable ending, and it ruined their entire Survivor Series. To be honest, well, I'll save it. Keep going, Brad. Now
I think the only way they couldn't have been predictable is if Ambrose had won.
Yeah, that would have been good too. And
that-
then have Roman Reigns turn heel and join Triple H.
I would have hated that.
I would have hated it, but at least that would have been better than Sheamus.
Yeah. So what'd you think, Mike?
The poor guy. has
You
been
curse,
through-
don't you dare. Don't you dare go against Roman Reigns at the rant you pulled. He pulled a rant.
No, the poor man's been, throughout this whole tournament, getting to the ending part, where he made it towards the end, and I was, so cheerful, he won the belt, and he was, so happy, and it even said the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion was Roman Reigns. So I thought, okay, maybe there won't be any Sheamus, because it said it right there and then.
Yeah, it looked so like that was it.
Mm-hmm.
But then just for him to pull a move like that, to just let Sheamus come in, you have no idea how much I held back that I want to do this and just say...
That's all you wanted to do? Just a corner of the paper?
Rip it into confetti.
Sucks.
That's all?
You just gotta just crumple it all together, throw it on Chris's head a numerous times, and then just why would you do that?
Mike, you have something in your mouth. Don't ever throw paper at
But
me
seriously,
again.
what? First of all, Sheamus is not WWE Championship material.
He did have the belt before. Brant said he did have the belt before.
It's his fourth time.
His fourth time.
But you don't against Roman Reigns. I mean, the poor guy's been through enough, and all of a sudden you had to do it again. That's 3 times he's been screwed out of everything. WrestleMania, Money in the Bank.
Well, they're trying to play up Roman Reigns as I've been screwed at every chance I had, and now I'm resorting to something.
No.
He's Daniel Bryan. He's the new Daniel Bryan.
Except he's still wrestling.
And he's not an underdog.
He's still wrestling.
Not an underdog, that's right. But Daniel Bryan will be back. I have faith.
Now, if it's Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus,
I have faith he'll come back at the Rumble. I think he'll be one of the entrances in the Rumble. My prediction. Maybe. I could be wrong. Daniel Bryan, not Roman Reigns.
Or Seth Rollins again. Because we had a surprise when John Cena came back.
Seth Rollins won't be back for 9 months.
So it's official that
it is official.
Yeah.
Well, it's something to look forward to for SummerSlam. I guess.
That's true.
Because it's going to be at the Barclays Center again.
Nice.
For the second consecutive year, I do have to say that...
We're talking about Survivor Series. Okay, gentlemen. Full pay-per-view review time. Brant, you go first.
I don't even know how to review this one overall. I like Hell in a Cell better. I will say that.
I did
overall.
Too. I did too.
What are we ranking it? Like star rating or what?
No. Just our thoughts on the was it bland? Was it great? Exciting? I was star ratings for sure.
There were moments of it that were exciting. There were certain matches that stood out. We talked about them. Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens, the Brothers of Destruction, and I thought the Roman Reigns Alberto Del Rio match was decent. Reigns and Ambrose was a really good match too. So I guess when you're looking at that, it's about half and half. There were those standout matches, and the rest of the matches were just okay. Main event, good match, but the ending sucked. So
it sours the pay-per-view.
It does. It sours the whole pay-per-view for me.
And I have to follow right after him because I agree. Some matches were very bland. Some matches were just for entertainment, like the 5-man elimination tag, which basically only one side really got eliminated. The other side only got eliminated, twice, 2 of them.
2 of them.
I did not really care for the Dolph Ziggler, Tyler Breeze. It feels like Rusev's out because it was revealed he's marrying Lana. So now they took Tyler Breeze and put him in Rusev's spot. So instead of seeing a million matches with Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev, now it's going to be Dolph Ziggler versus Tyler Breeze for a year and a half. It will be, Brent. You know it. They're coming back. Summer Rae can't let go of Dolph for some reason. Poor man. It's ugly girl. For me, there were really 2 great matches. Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. Dean Ambrose being the main star for both of them. They were excellent. I didn't care much for the women's title match this time because it was too predictable. Beat up Charlotte, and then Charlotte pulls out. Her back was slammed all over the place on tables and things. There's no way a normal person could pull off that figure 8. I'm sorry. With all the injury that she got to her back, even though we all know it's fake, the fakeness should have gone into she can't pull that figure 8 off and had to figure another way out to get Paige out. That was garbage.
That's the thing. That's why she's female Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Cena does the same thing. He'll come back from all this stuff where he's practically killed, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm fine." Boom.
Yep. And boom.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, I'm sorry. There were 3 good matches. The Brothers of Destruction match was another excellent spotlight for Undertaker. But all other matches other than those 3 were either bland or the ending really ruined the pay-per-view. The ending was going to be the make or break it, the good or the bad, good or bad for the pay-per-view rating. And I got to say, I was very much soured by the ending because, A, it was predictable, especially because it was Ambrose versus Reigns. B, I don't think it was right because it was too, in my opinion, it was still copycat of what happened to Reigns already with Rollins. Even though it's a different situation, it was a different ending. It's still the same thing, and now Sheamus is in Rollins' spot.
You have a point because it happened to Reigns. I get your point there. Okay.
Happened twice to the poor guy in a championship match. He got screwed by Wyatt, but that was Money in the Bank, which Sheamus won, ironically. I'm sorry, but I felt this was a very bland pay-per-view with some really great matches, but the rest was all bland. Hell in the Cell was a million times better, and I think it would have been better if Rollins was there, though. I really do. I think that Rollins would have really been great because if Triple H would have turned on Rollins and picked Sheamus, like you would have had Rollins doing his turn right there against Triple H.
And that would have led into
WrestleMania.
Rollins versus
Triple H.
Yeah, right there would have been a perfect storyline.
So I'm sorry, but this pay-per-view did not do it for me. I walked away going, this was so horrible. I really, I questioned my watching of the wrestling, but after cooling down for a bit, I'm gonna keep going. But that was that last match really it soured me a little bit on the whole situation with that championship belt. And Charlotte's match was another championship match that really the women's division's doing so excellent. But if you're gonna have it led by just Charlotte, you are setting yourself up for Cena 2.0.
Yeah.
And the crowd was already booing her, so it's already started. What about you? Because I'm done ranting. I can't anymore.
I just felt this to be like an average pay-per-view. I mean, the only matches that were good were the semifinals that led into the finals, along with the Brothers of Destruction match. The other matches were just like, okay. The one that annoyed me the most was just really Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler. That match. Just,
I hate.
I mean, what was it, like a 10-minute match? I think
it was short. Yeah,
it was very short, and it was just so like
6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, that was just ridiculous, and
it was
boring.
Just to see how the end turned out for Roman Reigns, especially. I mean, it's like if you were in that situation, you could feel what he did in that ring, like just going through that, and then just that happened.
I'm surprised he's okay with his character going through so much bullshit before he actually gets the belt.
Number one, it's acting,
of course,
and number two, they get paid.
That's true.
That is
He's
true.
getting main event money regardless.
That's true. So if I'm getting paid good money, and even if I have to lose, hey, the hell with it. I don't need a golden belt.
And he is on the Daniel Bryan track, even if he's not an underdog.
And he is on the Daniel Bryan track, like Brand said. So,
true.
But wait, there is WrestleMania, and come WrestleMania or the next pay-per-view TLC, which is going to be on December 13th, if I'm saying this right.
Oh wow, it's right around the corner then.
Yeah, right
because
around.
Is it that soon? Wow.
Yeah, December 13th.
That's literally about 2 or 3 weeks from now.
Yeah. I'll make you a
We're
bet.
going from one pay-per-view right to the other. That means they're going to have to start setting up TLC tomorrow.
He's right.
Yeah.
They're going to have to start setting up TLC tomorrow because... Wait, let me see my calendar
I
a
have
sec.
a calendar here.
Okay, let's see. How many weeks is that, Brent? Let's see. 1, 2...
3.
That's it.
3 weeks.
It's literally the third week is the pay-per-view. 3 weeks from now, on that third week. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But I'll make you a bet it's going to be Roman Reigns saying, oh, I want a rematch, and it's going to be Reigns versus Sheamus. I am telling you. And then Sheamus is going to still keep winning.
Right, because they're going to cheat.
Unfortunately. Because, I don't know. One of my friends actually said that they thought at the end of the match when Roman Reigns won, they thought Triple H was going to come out and announce that his next opponent would be Samoa Joe.
I thought they were going to say Brock Lesnar was going to
Or Brock Lesnar, you know. That's what my friend said, not me.
What?
You want to hear something funny?
What?
I looked up the Wikipedia entry for TLC 2015 just to see the date.
Mm-hmm.
There are matches listed already.
Are you kidding me?
And I don't know if these are accurate. I don't know if somebody just put them in there.
Just play with it. Go ahead.
But I'm going to say what they are. Stardust versus Goldust. That's probably pre-show.
Has to be after that.
Bray Wyatt versus Kane.
Ooh.
Why?
In a TLC match.
Okay.
Charlotte versus Becky Lynch for the title.
Oh, they're going to
BCB will be over.
Tables tag team match for the titles. New Day versus Dudleys versus Usos.
Ooh, that will be good.
Alberto Del Rio versus John Cena.
Wait, now it's wrong. No.
There's no way. It's got to be fake.
No.
Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose for the U.S. title, or Intercontinental title.
I could live with that one.
And then Sheamus versus Roman Reigns in a ladder match.
That one I could believe it. The John Cena, Alberto Del Rio.
If they do that, then somebody's going to go after Roman Reigns and screw him during the ladder match.
Yeah, that has to be fake, but...
Maybe Alberto, it's not Cena. It's going to be somebody. Maybe Ryback. I don't know, but I don't think that's the only match that sounds unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know, but That's why.
Maybe that was before Cena took time off.
Maybe. But, you know, a lot of it sounds plausible, though.
And a lot of it sounds really good.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we're just gonna have
And
to...
2-1, it's a fantasy, and I'm not going to play into it yet, because if I get overhyped about some of those really good-sounding matches, and not one of them happens...
Yeah, like Sting vs. Undertaker at WrestleMania was supposed to be last year, and that didn't happen.
Oh, please, no more matches with Sting unless he's going to win.
Well, Sting is out completely.
For now.
Well, I hope he comes back, at least.
Yeah, for now he's out. Brandt's like trying to figure out if it's legit. He's like,
No.
give me something. Give me something somewhere.
No, there was rumors he was going to show up at Survivor Series and Sting.
Oh, Sting. I thought you were talking
Well,
about
yeah,
Cena.
because last year's Survivor Series, he didn't...
I don't know. This pay-per-view needs to be done. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad we only have 3 weeks till the next one. It'll basically erase our minds of this one. I didn't like it. A show of thumbs up or down when it comes to the pay-per-view? I'm sorry, but this pay-per-view gets this from me.
I give it a middle to thumbs down, so it's like this.
I'm staying with Mike. Yeah.
I've got to say thumbs down. I didn't really appreciate a lot of the matches this time around. It didn't do as much for me as Hell in the Cell. If they would have pulled off some really crazy shit, that would have been great. But this was the ending. I think it really comes down to how bothered you are by that ending.
Yeah.
And for me, I was severely bothered by it. Even if they waited just one pay-per-view at least, give the man the belt for 3 weeks. You know, something to be unpredictable.
Yeah, I agree.
It was just really just something else, which is seeing that happen.
So, I'm sorry, but...
Wow.
What?
I was just reading some comments. No, I was just reading some comments on Survivor Series. And man, this guy is just... He says, okay, this part of this I agree with, part of this I completely disagree with. He says, Survivor Series, in my opinion, was a stinker. Okay.
Oh, I think I know this comment already. It's on Facebook?
Yeah, the only somewhat okay match was Paige versus Charlotte.
Yes! This is the one. This is the one I read. Keep going.
Well, that alone is like, what? And he said, and the rest was bland. Sheamus is a bore, and now we'll have this pasty pirate shoved down our throats till Cena comes back.
That's why I said Cena, because I saw that comment from that guy.
Gotcha. That's funny.
The lower you go, the more you get approval of the pay-per-view. The higher you go, the more you get disapproval.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man.
The predictability at the end was annoying. And I think that Roman deserves to hold the belt, even for a day. Give the man something.
Yep. I agree. So, those are our thoughts. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What did you think of Survivor Series? Are you agreeing with us? What was your favorite match? All that stuff. Leave your comments below, and we will be back with the regular episode of 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we're going to do a regular episode now since we did this.
Talking NXT, SmackDown, and Raw, which we got to wait and see what happens on Raw, because hopefully some things develop. They have to, like you said. They have to start building towards TLC now.
At this point, I don't even think SmackDown's relevant anymore because we just talked about the pay-per-view. We'll talk about SmackDown for the heck of it, obviously, but...
If there was... Yeah, you're right. We may end up skipping SmackDown, just do NXT and Raw.
NXT deserves... one person in those comments actually said, I'm looking forward more to the NXT pay-per-view in December than...
Which is 3 days after TLC, then.
Oh.
Wow.
Same week. He said, I'm looking forward to that more than I enjoyed this one. I was like... It's true.
Interesting.
Isn't it now?
We're going to have a double pay-per-view episode then.
Oh, yes, we will. Double header. Call it the 1, 2, 3 double header.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, so you guys can check us out on all our other channels. You already know all this stuff. We'll talk about it in depth on our plug section on 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. And maybe Mike will join us once again at some point in the distant future.
We try.
I like how
he's asleep half the time when we're recording. That's the problem.
I am not sleeping. You don't tell me.
Did he not come in when we were doing the last pay-per-view?
Yeah, he did.
Did he not? Did I not ask him?
I thought you two were just, joking around with some stuff.
When you see this red light and that blue light, We're recording.
Well, the red light I thought you would refer to like just talking, and the blue light, of course, because it's blue light. I mean, there's so many colors. Actually, gonna say this green light over here.
There's so many
You might
colors.
as well play red light, green light, 1, 2, 3 with Fran or something. I don't know. When you're gonna do any recordings and stuff like that.
Batman and Robin. Red light, green light, blue light, red light.
Come over, Red Rover. You should put a sign on your door when you're recording now, so he knows.
I did have a sign because we were getting interrupted back when we were doing Brooklyn Boys and we were video game recording.
Of course.
And
people still
unfortunately,
can't.
people just ignored the sign anyway. So it's like, you know what?
You need to get like one of those.
Tony and you put it in.
You need to get one of those like they have on recording studios that lights up and says on air.
I know, right? I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of things I'd love to get in the coming year, and there's going to be a lot of new things on my channel. I'm really happy with a lot of things now on my channel. I'm very happy with a lot of things in general now because they're going in a direction I like finally. And I'm really happy with this podcast, which hopefully one day soon you guys will share this podcast with everybody. Really get this out there. If you have friends that like wrestling, you'll be sharing this along with everybody else. What's so funny?
Nothing. Go ahead. I was reading more Survivor Series comments.
Oh, okay. Would you care to share it? Because it's probably one I read, and I like Laffy.
Probably is one that you read because this guy said Dolph Ziggler's attire is terrible. He looks like a post-apocalyptic gigolo.
That's it. That's the one. That's one of the ones. A post-apocalyptic gigolo. I remember that.
Wow.
Wow, these people get really serious.
Yeah, they
This is
do.
where I got all the comments from.
Oh.
I said I heard people talking. That's where I went. Where'd you think I went?
The
Message boards?
encyclopedia?
I don't want to die.
Like,
Message boards are dangerous. What's funny? Which one did you get?
No, and I'm laughing at you.
Message boards are dangerous.
Okay.
You get crucified in certain ones, especially wrestling.
Oh, I know.
So, share us with your friends if you haven't already and you know they like wrestling. We love talking wrestling. As time moves forward, we'll see if we can get one of the wrestlers to come on with us and talk some. Yeah, right. If I knew anybody who was a wrestler,
yeah, Brent's looking at you like saying, wait.
What?
What?
You wouldn't want Triple H on here?
I would love to have Triple H on here. Just talk to him, and ask him some questions. Well, you were the one that mentioned about our wrestlers here, so don't you give me that look.
I sarcastically said, wouldn't you like to have Triple H on here?
I thought you were being for real.
No.
What?
Because Grant's giving you the face, and I'm thinking like,
Brant's at least realistic. He knows there's no way in hell we'll get anybody on here
you
yet.
Can, but
You
I'm
never know.
Did.
One day we might.
We are on YouTube. Somebody could just randomly see, oh, I'll come on this show and tell these people off.
If your name is Goldberg, if your name is China, if your name is Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Paige, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He's got his own show.
Doesn't matter. He can still come on and talk with us for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and there's also The Rock.
What?
The Rock.
What? No. Just
What's
no.
wrong
The
with no?
Usos. If you're the Usos. Anybody like that? If you're Summer Rae, don't even think about it. Don't even contact us.
Yeah.
I should contact her and get her on the show just to tell you off for insulting her every single episode.
Do it.
Listen.
That poor woman.
Poor woman, my ass. There are reasons certain people don't go on TV. She doesn't get that.
Wow.
Even Chris.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I want China to come back to wrestling and
I think
This episode of 123 has been brought to you by The Light Bites.
that's a light to eat.
and not something Summer Rae eats, I hope.
Well, again.
And coffee. There's no more left.
Aruba took it
Thank
all.
God Summer Rae didn't drink.
We will see you on the next episode of 123 Podcast
And
this
feel
Wednesday.
Be careful,
And
bro.
we'll try not to talk
Yes.
about Summer Rae anymore.
Don't turn around. You get bro kicked. Turn around, Chris.
You jerk. You're trying to get me bro kicked.
Bye,
I
everybody.
think Brant has a crush on Summer Rae. See, yeah, he's saying
What? I'm saying Brogue.
No. You have a crush on
Fella!
You have a crush on Summer Rae, don't you?
No, I do not have a crush on Summer Rae.
Oh, why not, Bramp?
Because I don't.
Oh. All I could say.
You have a crush on Summer Rae.
Why do I?
That I can believe.
It's true. It's true.
No, I don't.
That explains the face.
Do you want to get paper thrown at you again?
That explains the face.
Or do I will shove this where I swear.
This is why Summer Rae can't be allowed to date. He used to be handsome.
Oh. Just stop. Just stop.
Now he loves My Little Pony.
Oh my
Look
God.
at the face.
Chris,
I'm done. I'm really
I am going to bro kick you if you don't be quiet.
Believe that. There's a support group now.
I swear, this boy, one day, I'm going to super slam
you
him
still
all
recording?
the way to the
Yes.
next pay-per-view, and then you're not going to make it. Good night.
I'm waiting to push the button.
Okay, press say goodnight.
Good night, fella. This has been a Gonzo Goose production.